This broadcast is sponsored in part by Hendrick Automotive Group. Live from Charlotte, this is WBTV News on your side.
The night before Thanksgiving, planes, trains, and automobiles. We're going to take a look at traffic on the roads and in the skies on what is typically the busiest travel day of the year. Plus, parades are a Thanksgiving tradition, but the only one happening in our area is anything but traditional. We'll take you live to the parade with a twist. People always say if they win the lottery, the first thing they do is help those in need. Well, a Union County couple who won this week, they're doing just that. Good evening. It is great to have you with us on this Wednesday night. I'm Maureen O'Boyle. We always start our 7 o'clock news with the big three, the three biggest headlines to catch you up on the news of the day. This is one of those days where the forecast makes the news. We have some showers moving in, I understand, but will they be gone, Eric Thomas, before dinner is served? You're the guy who knows it all.
I assume you mean Thanksgiving dinner.
Thanksgiving
right?
dinner.
Yeah, because you and I, we get late dinner around here.
That's true.
Maureen, I think you're going to enjoy this. So I've got some pretty good news for you. We have this first line of rain that's coming into the viewing area now, but this frontal boundary itself, that secondary line is what's going to really be impacting us, at least for portions of your Thanksgiving holiday. But let's talk about the first line first. Showers already moving through the viewing area. Now, they're mainly confined across the foothills and the mountains. Motion off to the east-northeast at about 30 miles per hour. So here you have Newton, Shelby, Lincolnton as we get you toward 8 o'clock. Statesville heading your way. It's mainly light rain, nothing to be alarmed about, that's for sure. Ash, Watauga. Then you see maybe a heavy pocket of rain right there around central Avery County. And then we come south and just light patchy drizzle mainly across Morganton as well as Caldwell and Burke counties. Now, in terms of the secondary line, we'll roll on it and really get its act together here as we get you through the late night hours, still west of the mountains at 11 o'clock. And then here it comes. Mountains and foothills overnight, 4 a.m. Leading edge now coming toward Charlotte. Out the door tomorrow morning, if you're an early bird still running those errands, yes, you have the best chance of running into some of that rainfall. Now, temperatures won't be a problem as they are continuing to warm up near 50 in the high country, closer to 60. There it is, Maureen, in the Piedmont of North and South Carolina. Coming back, look out, because once we get past Thanksgiving, a lot happening next week with your first alert. Stay tuned.
We will look forward to that, Eric. There is a good chance on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving you'd be traveling to get to family, or family would be coming to you in time for turkey. Roads are usually pretty packed, but look at this, a live look at I-85 southbound. Things are moving along nicely. This is right there at North Tryon Street. Not bad. There's plenty of people on the roadways, but it's not as packed as we would normally see. Despite warnings from the CDC, millions are still choosing to fly. This is a live picture from FlightAware. This is a website that shows in real time the airplanes up in the air and those that are making a landing. And here in North Carolina, you can see just how busy it is across the Carolinas, really the entire country. Some people, despite the CDC warnings, are still going home for the holiday. On the ground at Charlotte Douglas International Airport, not as crowded as it has been in years past, but there has been some traffic. Our Ron Lee is at the airport right now, and earlier today he said there would be these waves, and that's typically how you see it when there's going to be a big flight going out. But right now it's nice and calm there. AAA is forecasting at least 5 million fewer travelers than last year. They say it's the largest one-year decrease since the Great Recession in 2008. Still, they originally predicted 50 million Americans would still be traveling this weekend. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper's executive order went into effect just 2 hours ago. Now you are required to wear a mask if you're with someone who does not live with you. This rule applies in gyms, restaurants, and bars. Normally, tonight is one of the busiest nights of the year at bars as families are reunited for the first time in a while. WBTV's Paige Peroso is live right now in South End. So, Paige, are you seeing any crowds out tonight like we normally would?
Maureen, really not any crowds I've seen so far, just a few people trickling in and out of some restaurants and bars in the South End area. Now, I spoke with some bar owners who are here tonight, and they told me they're not really sure what to expect tonight. Again, typically in a normal year, this would be a huge night to be out in South End, but this year, of course, is a little different. They say they're staffed up to make sure if they have crowds, they have enough people to handle it, but so far, nothing too much right now. Now, here I'm at Tavern on the Tracks. They've been taking these new mask mandates very seriously. They already have these new signs posted telling people that masks must be worn during the entire visit unless you're actively eating or drinking. That's part of the new mask mandate. And I spoke with the manager who's here tonight. She tells me that people and the customers inside have been pretty good about following it. She says, although that some people didn't even know that the mask mandate included that now. So some people were confused, but she said she's had to remind them, and then they put on the mask. You can see in some of the video you're watching right now that, they had the mask on, they take it down to take a sip and then put the mask right back on. She says they're going to try to enforce that, and they made sure to get a bouncer tonight just in case there are crowds, so they have extra hands to help enforce that new mask mandate. Now, again, we haven't seen crowds yet, and again, in 2019, we would have seen a crowded, busy South End, but right now we're not seeing that, but we'll, of course, monitor that and have the latest coming up tonight at 11. For now, live in South End, I'm Paige Peroso, WBTV on your side.
Paige, we will look for that story at 11 o'clock. Thank you. For more on all of these big three stories, just head over to our website, WBTV.com. This is what the Salisbury Thanksgiving Parade normally looks like. Crowds of people huddled together, keeping warm, cheering on the floats. This year, parades across the country were canceled, but not in Salisbury. And it doesn't look like it has in previous years. Two women organized what they are calling a parade in reverse through downtown. We've been checking in with WBTV's David Wisnett for more than 2 hours now. David, hopefully you've been able to get in and get warm because it's chilly out there. Is the parade still going on, and was it a success? It was a great idea, certainly.
Oh, I'd say it's still going on, and it appears to be a success, Maureen. I want to show you what is going on right now behind me. Cars are continuing to come through here because, again, I think we mentioned earlier, it's all being done in shifts. And so what I have going through right here on the square in downtown Salisbury, this is the 7 o'clock shift now rolling through downtown. And again, you understand that the attendees are out here on the road, and there really is a little bit of everything for families and friends to see as they drive through downtown Salisbury. Things you expect, like Santa Claus, and then some things you might not expect to see, like scary dinosaurs and hot air balloons. There are all kinds of music, from a mariachi band to country rock, and again, this is a reverse parade where the attendees are the ones that are doing the driving. So I asked a truckload of kids what they thought so far.
Good! I think it's amazing!
What do you like about it?
I love the music and the stuff! And like all the little carriages that are like on the sides of each one, and the hot air balloons. It's amazing! I love everything!
Oh.
It's amazing. I love everything. Of course they do. You see a lot of that. You see a lot of, like, you see that pickup truck that's rolling through there. So there's a family in there, and you see some other trucks, and they'll have some kids in the back. And it really seems like it's been pretty popular. It did sell out every shift, and in fact, the last one will be at 9 o'clock. So this will still be going from about 9 to 9:30 as that last shift comes rolling through there. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. So here it is. It's called the 'Tis the Season Spectacular, and it seems to be working pretty well. Live in downtown Salisbury, David Wisnett, WBTV, on your side.
Really a genius idea, and so happy to see that people are having a great time getting into the holiday spirit. Thank you, David. It's great to have you here at 7 o'clock. The Novant Health Thanksgiving Day Parade won't be making its way through Uptown, but we still have a major production with musical guests and lots of fun tomorrow right here on WBTV. We've created a TV special this year. Because of restrictions, there was no way to have the parade live. But this is video from last year, but you will see brand new musical performances, some dance numbers, and a very special marching band. We are also introducing you to some of your community heroes. Make sure to have your set turned on tomorrow on WBTV at 4 o'clock, and we'll also be streaming it on WBTV.com. Now to coronavirus cases. They are climbing near record levels today. The state of North Carolina Carolina says more than 4,200 more people tested positive, and that's even with testing actually down. We have graphed out the average number of cases each week, and as you can see, North Carolina cases, they are rising. The state is also seeing the most people hospitalized for COVID than ever. Right now, more than 1,800 people are in the hospital who have tested positive for the virus. More than 5,100 people have died across the state because of COVID-19. With Thanksgiving tomorrow, some people are still getting last-minute COVID-19 tests. On Monday, more than 170 people pulled up to Bojangles for a test. Most people waiting for about an hour or up to 4 hours, I should say. Today, it looked a lot different. They set up 2 stations to handle processing and testing. The site manager says they promise results within 24 to 72 hours.
At least get tested. You never know you never know the results. At least before Christmas, especially for Black Friday. You guys get tested because you're going to be within the crowded area, depending on how much the store is going to have.
People who got tested today likely won't get their results in time for turkey, but health officials still say it is a great idea to get a test. What is the first thing you would do if you won the lottery? Most of us say we'd give some of our winning to others in need. Well, a Union County couple really did it. But instead of handing out cash, they're handing out Thanksgiving meals. Bill and Hazel Bailey won the Cash 5 drawing Sunday. After taxes, they took home just over $118,000. After collecting their winnings, they went straight to the grocery store to buy turkeys and all the fixings for families in need. 3 of the couple's grandsons helped make deliveries today, a valuable lesson in generosity.
We usually give meals out to people in need every year, and this earnings of this lottery winning just made it even more special.
And tomorrow we're going to be giving out perishables to people, that don't have a place to stay.
Really fantastic for their grandkids to be there. Those are just 3 of their grandchildren. Hazel told me that winnings will also help, a huge help to all their other grandchildren. They have a total of 16, some of whom are going to college soon. That money, she says, is a huge blessing. Next on Primetime, an outbreak of COVID-19 following a multi-state bus tour. One man who was on the bus has now died. Family members say they want answers, what the bus tour company told WBTV News just hours ago. Plus, if you're traveling tonight or tomorrow morning, you may run into a few showers. Our chief meteorologist, Eric Thomas, will have the very latest on your first alert weather forecast. You're watching Primetime, your first choice for live local news in the 7 o'clock hour. We're back right after this. Tonight, family members want answers after a North Carolina tour bus company is linked to an outbreak of COVID-19 and 1 death. Burke Christian Tours recently took guests on a 7-day trip that included hotel stays, restaurant stops, and indoor attractions in 4 different states. A woman whose grandfather went on that trip and then died from COVID-19 reached out to us. WBTV South Carolina reporter Morgan Newell spoke to her and tried to get answers from the tour group.
The woman I talked to doesn't want to vilify Burke Christian Tours. She just wants them to be safer so more people don't end up dying from COVID-19 like her grandfather.
I was shocked, just surprised, just completely surprised.
Summer Johnson's grandfather died just 10 days after showing COVID-19 symptoms.
I don't think anybody expects it to be that fast. That's really fast.
10 days before his death, Johnson's grandfather was stepping off a Burke Christian Tours bus after a 7-day trip. She argues the company didn't do enough to keep its passengers safe.
You have that presumption of safety because you know these people, you trust these people, you've been on tours with them before, and that trust is completely not earned because they weren't safe.
On its website, Burke Christian Tours says it is, quote, very concerned with the health/safety of our employees and passengers, end quote, and lists numerous steps the company says it's taking, including more disinfecting, a 40% reduced capacity, and disallowing seat rotation. However, the company says it doesn't require a mask on the bus, and social distancing can't be guaranteed. Johnson says she's heard numerous people, including her grandfather, tested positive after the trip. Owner and president Melanie Owenby got in touch an hour ago saying, quote, we have been in contact with each person that traveled on this tour. I cannot give you information about these customers. According to the Centers for Disease Control, the incubation period for COVID-19 ranges from 2 to 14 days, and many people are totally asymptomatic. That means they could have been infected prior to the trip and not known it. But whether or not her grandfather caught COVID during the trip, Johnson feels Burke Tours should do more.
You are continuing to provide this non-essential service without providing the expectation of safety.
On its website, Burke says its policy changes are designed to keep its passengers and employees, quote, as safe as possible. But of course, with this novel coronavirus, individuals and businesses alike are still learning what our safety expectations can reasonably be.
I don't blame Burke Tours for the death because my grandparents had a choice.
But she doesn't view public officials and businesses as blameless either. She believes there needs to be more education to ensure people know what they're getting into.
I don't think they fully understood the amount of risk that they were going to be placed in, and I certainly placed that at the feet of Burke Tours.
I asked the Lincoln County Health Director if he's heard of any other cases from someone who was on a Burke Tours bus. He says he hasn't. Reporting in Maiden, Morgan Newell, WBTV, on your side.
And we looked on the website to find any more tours for the rest of the year. The 2020 tour list is unavailable, but the group is advertising on Facebook tours for the holiday season. One bus trip leaves this Friday. Now, for your first alert weather forecast, we want to take you live right now to Waynesville. That's just up near Asheville. You can see wet roads there, and those showers are just the beginning of the line of rain that's coming our way. There's some dots on the camera as the camera pulls out. Eric Thomas, this is really the system that we've been concerned about, especially for people who do have to travel somewhere tomorrow.
Yeah, I was taking a close look at that, Maureen. You really fooled me. It looked like Boone.
Right?
That was Waynesville. Yeah, so I got to go visit there. That looked pretty cool. Hey, I'll tell you what, you're right, Maureen. Rain already has been moving in and out of the mountains, and there it is. Now, this is the first band of rain way out ahead of this cold front, but I got to tell you, the more significant area of rainfall may actually develop along this frontal boundary itself. This is what we expect to come through very late tonight and still be a factor even as the sun is coming up on your Thanksgiving morning. But first things first, let's talk about that rain Maureen just pointed out. Waynesville way out here to the west of Asheville, so they've already had a dousing of that rain. Very light, though, for the moment here around Burke County, Caldwell, northbound into the Ashe County area, as well as Watauga, Boone, and Blowing Rock. Now, if this line right here holds together, that's moving off to the east-northeast at about 30 miles per hour, and it's a long way out there, but if it does hold together, some heavier rain might be expected out of that around Shelby, 9 o'clock. There you see Charlotte, I'd say around 10:30 this evening. But again, that's still only round one. Round two is the actual front itself, still 11 o'clock. That area west of the mountains, and here we go. Then 4 a.m. it's moving through the mountains and foothills. Right around daybreak, showers around Charlotte, but they're weakening as they move off to the east. And so again, no washouts here. Temperatures, they're going to be mild, no problem. 50 around Boone and into the low 60s daybreak. There it is around the Piedmont of North and South Carolina. Mid-morning, off they go. Showers are moving east, they weaken, and we are clearing out for the afternoon hours. So if you have that outdoor family celebration, you're going to have the mild weather, you're going to have the sunshine coming back. Hopefully you can enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family safely. All the surrounding communities also in very good shape, upper 60s to around 70 degrees. So there it is, your high temperature map, late afternoon tomorrow, 61 around Boone. Yeah, 72 room temperature in the Queen City. I think we largely have a dry weekend. Even this 40% is likely not going to be until after dark on Sunday, but Monday, Oh my goodness, a first alert issued for that as a round of heavy rain really looks like it's going to come rocking in here. There it is, very heavy amounts around daybreak yet again moving out, and this time folks, not fooling around. This is accumulating snow we think will wrap back into the high country, and it may even be loitering into the day on Tuesday. So in terms of rainfall totals, looks like 1 to 3 inches, a pretty good bet out of this on Monday. There it is, just some examples for you. But what about that snowfall? Yes, there you see your scale. You start getting into that white area. You're talking about peaks around 3 or 4 inches of snow. We shall see. Again, that's still a fair ways out. That's Monday night and into Tuesday. All right, wrapping it all up, Thanksgiving looks a-okay, especially during the afternoon. Mild into the weekend, mainly dry. Late rain Sunday. There's your first alert on Monday with the heavy rain and mountain snow. And then we dive bomb in terms of temperatures. How about mid-20s as we get you into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning? Stay tuned. Maureen coming back after this.
Looking ahead, Katz is celebrating the season by providing free rides on holiday-themed buses. There's one right there. Riders who board a holiday bus will receive a free ride to their destination. The holiday buses will have a Happy Holidays wrap on the outside, nice and cheerful there. The two buses will run from November 27th through December 31st. They will be limited to accepting just 20 people because of the current health and safety protocols, but that's cheerful. That'll get you in the spirit. Now let's find out if the weather is going to cooperate for the Thanksgiving holiday. Eric?
Yeah, Maureen, I think an early shower and it'll clear out. Sunshine during the afternoon, that high around 72. And then we can talk about much colder weather. And how about snow? Maybe even accumulating in the mountains Monday night into Tuesday. Could get anywhere from 2, 3, 4 inches of snow up that way. Now, if there's snow, you know there's got to be some cold air moving in. Look at this temperature trend. We are heading down, down, down with highs, maybe not getting out of the 40s on Tuesday. And how about into the mid-20s Tuesday night and into Wednesday? So enjoy the mild Thanksgiving and the weekend before the rain hits on Monday and much colder air on the backside of that. That's the way it is. Maureen, back to you.
Snow in the mountains sounds exciting. Thank you, Eric. On Your Side Tonight is next. Here's Jamie.
Maureen, thank you. Have a terrific Thanksgiving.
You too.
The holidays are a time for making memories, right? But for some, those memories are fading. Millions of people with Alzheimer's are being cared for by a family member. What caregivers need to keep in mind this time